Muy buenas. Sí, conecté. ¿Qué pasa? Vamos. El Rubén saliendo del trabajo. Vale. Voy a comprobar porque... Ponte. Juego. Y da la... Esperar. Porque... Una casa. A ver. Y así... Escucharse. Como lo cambié todo para el drivers, pues... Vale, sí. Nada. El bus a entretenerte. Vamos a seguir, ¿no? Estamos en el... Bueno, tenemos que desayunar con la pava. Que era nuestra ex. ¿Vale? Y tenemos que esclarecer por qué el pavo de la pulsera nos pegó la noche anterior. Básicamente. ¿Estamos? ¿Estamos? Placa. Cuestión es... Pregunta por Denis. Anoche me peleé con Denis estando borracho. Denis contra Ana y Nick. Sobre todo contra Nick. Retó a que lo siguiera a algún sitio. Será mejor que encuentre a Denis y resuelva el rompecabezas. Probablemente alguien del pueblo sabrá decirme dónde está. Y a Denis se comportó como un capullo total la noche. Viendo a Nick y a Ana a caer del burro delante de mí. He hecho mucho daño. Sí, le pegaste un buen puño. Y Ethan. Ya lo leímos en... La cuestión es que... ¿Dónde tenemos que ir? El conmemorar. No. Cita de Mark Twain. Me gusta ver que los jóvenes siguen disfrutando los clásicos.
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her.
No. estatua de un minero. Una reliquia.
A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now.
Para Joe.
Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. Man, he's a rock.
Duro.
Joe,
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
2 años ya.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. The boys give you trouble?
They might have given me a bit of a welcome back.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best.
Me
Joe
cae
has
bien,
no idea
la
where
verdad.
Dennis went. Someone...
Me cae bien el señor. ¿Se llama? Joe. Joe es el padre de Ana. O sea, era nuestro. El accidente de Joe fue lo que motivó para escribir sobre las minas. Sin embargo, no me guarda rencor por decepcionar a su hijo. Una parte de mí quiere creer que me considera un buen tipo. Hombre, te lo acabo de decir. Sí. Otra parte sabe que disimula muy bien el desprecio.
Must have seen him after the fight.
Qué gran. Dispensador de periódicos.
I don't imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
A ver, esto más.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen
vale.
Dennis.
Tranqui. Anuncio.
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. It's fine with me.
La historia de Basbut. ¿Alguna vez te has preguntado de dónde viene el nombre y cómo pasó de ser un pequeño campamento de mineros a convertirse en el corazón que modernizó el condado de Bone? Visítanos en tu ayuntamiento favorito y abre. No suelo visitar ayuntamientos porque
Remember when this
de
whole
cotilleo.
celebration used to be twice as
¿Qué
big?
dices? En serio?
Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse
Yeah.
y'all keep kicking.
Empleada.
She pulls the look off a lot better than I could.
La gente es.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing
No.
by?
Bueno, sí, tenía. A ver, soy de aquí.
I was born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions
Poco
of
mil
dollars
millones,
and
no,
make a
no.
run for it.
Por donde,
I can barely
donde los
get
tenga,
by,
¿no?
like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave.
Bueno, chico. Café Americano, negocio de Cristina, la única cafetería del
I
pueblo.
came here every morning before work to share a coffee with Anna.
Diciendo que nadie de aquí fuera puede decir esta Denny. Kingston. Espacial.
Perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
Para farmacia.
Maybe Kathy will know something. Or that new pharmacist.
Como al callejuelo.
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hostia, Denny.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You
Si
fascist.
me haces
What you
spam de
just...
esa forma, dudo mucho.
I'm just doing my job. It's
Interesarme.
nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
Ah, no, no es Dennis entonces.
That person
De
you were talking
cotilla.
to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day?
Entiendo. Entiendo.
It grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Sorry about that. I went off for a spell.
Ah, no te preocupes.
Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'd just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis
Por
pretty
cierto,
good last night. I'm
El
not judging.
polo en Twitch no
His
sirve
head's
de
full of
nada,
smoke.
amigo mío.
Takes a while to clear it out.
Sirve más que
I don't
estés
want
en
to
un
keep you,
directo y
officer.
des el apoyo.
Have a good day.
Ya la
Keep
vi.
your nose clean.
Tenemos a la empleada. Demasiado pro para quedarme. ¿Vale? Lo que nos ha dicho sería un buen titular para un artículo. Ana debería de escribir sobre Nicole. Auténtica historia de Basswood. Está guay. Parece más seguro de sí mismo que antes. Y también más furioso. Sí. ¿Podría hablar con el vagabundo? ¿Has visto a Denny?
Didn't used to see this around. Surprised it hasn't been removed.
¿Qué te dije? Que te ibas a quedar dormido. Ah, ven. Por una. Habrá decir. O sea, ya aquí poco. Ay, Esto no cuenta, sí. Únicamente sí. Vale, pues ya. Pues, ir dentro. Que me paso.
I imagine there's a lot more people looking for work nowadays.
De manitas. Alitas. Trae condiciones de pago flexibles. Hábil con las herramientas y el trabajo manual. Arreglos, pintura, mudanzas de todo. No se arreglan tejado ni instalación eléctrica. Especialízate de nuevo otra vez. ¿Qué nos cuentan dentro?
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
Claro.
You know, if you carry fewer things, you tend to not drop as much.
You haven't changed a smidge, have you?
Palacio mental, ojo. Pero recuerdo. A Sam.
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show,
Ojo,
Francis?
gracias, Miki.
The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, buddy?
Zule, bienvenido.
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young...
Un
Is that
chocolate.
a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Hola, niña, tú.
Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you.
Ah,
Sounds like
claro.
just what a young
Eso no
woman
es un
like you
bicho,
should
vale,
be
vale.
reading.
Ya me ha quedado bien claro.
So, can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it.
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
O sea, que tenemos que volver a jugar al juego de las cartas.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes
Te
so
digo que
much to
estar
cheer her up.
conteniendo la
Poor child
respiración.
only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but
Voy a
these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time. Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis. No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
Parecíais felices. No lo era.
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
La señora habla más que yo, ¿no? Faltan 2 personas. Cristina es la dueña del café americano. Está justo enfrente de la oficina. Ana, Nick y yo éramos clientes habituales. Ella conoce a todo el mundo en el pueblo. La centralita de todos los cotilleos de Basswood. Eso, o sea, la cafetería y la pelu siempre es el centro de los cotilleos. Eso toda la vida. Sirve un buen café y tiene una risa que se oye en todo el pueblo. Por lo menos así era en los viejos tiempos. Cristina ha sido muy amable conmigo. Sé que una anciana sentimental sea la única persona de Basswood. Entonces es como si fuera esto. Trabajando. Así tablas de datos.
Hey man, thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
I used to be a regular a few years ago.
Oh, right. You're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then. Same old boring basswood. I know most people hate that, but I don't. It's quiet here. It's nice.
So quiet, there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
Pues sí. Probablemente haya dejado los estudios. Parece feliz en Basswood. ¿Sí?
Not very inspired.
No, literalmente es así.
That's a good one.
Mi alma es como tu café, negrísima, pero con leche casi se... Have a good day. Galletas de suero de un buen modo de empezar el día con una taza de...
Christina is Basswood's resident godmother. She loves her small talk.
The cost. Right, so the overhead would
You seem real
be-
engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hun. Just balancing the books. Or trying to.
How you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
A ver si puedo,
About as
no sé,
well
preguntarle
balanced
más
as a
cosas.
snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity, which makes tidying up my books in time extra important, even if it kills me.
Who'd be crazy enough to invest in Basswood now?
A good man, that's who. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh dear, I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other. Every now
A
and
veces,
again.
solo a veces.
That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
Feels strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Hannah kept coming in, but you stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you two dears weren't gonna make it. It broke my heart.
Well, sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind
No es lo
you.
suyo, ¿no?
It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
It's just a rough patch. People will adapt. They just need time.
It's not always easy to look on the bright side when you're trying to make it through. But you know us. We always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day, but here we are.
Do you still have Basswood's best coffee?
Ah, honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately.
Pobrecilla.
Say,
Tendrá que
hon,
cerrar.
would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Mm-hmm.
A ver, me ha ayudado a saber. La señora tiene problemas de dinero. En Basswood. Vaya. ¿Dónde está la señora?
Good to see someone finally knows how to take care of a plant.
Tú no.
It's basic, yet so many people manage to mess it up. Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much. Cowboy must have lost his keys.
Anda.
I need to? Different priorities, I guess.
Cupcakes.
Christina, always bringing positivity.
Icon. Supongo que si ahora salgo y le digo que sus llaves están aquí, no sé, obtenga respuesta o... No entonces nada cambia.
Sorry, Sam, I'm still on duty. I wouldn't want anyone making off with a statue on Miners' Day, huh?
No, no puedo hablarle. A cada vez que entras a un establecimiento carga.
I rolled up my sleeves and I got to work.
I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of basketball.
You may have to get used to it. I'm just a
Yo, get out the way.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Asshole.
That's enough.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them.
De ruedas eléctricas. Más vale tener
Not uncommon for miners to end up in those once they get black lungs.
somníferos, tomar con precaución. Es cuando te hacen falta.
Oh, Sam, you here to pick up something for your, condition?
I have a condition?
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so... you? It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve, and your half-digested food starts to leak out into your blood. I'm trying to find something for it, and if it doesn't help, can't hurt. I'm glad someone took over this old drugstore. Can you imagine? This town without a pharmacy would be like, well, me with a hole in my gut. I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
Oh, yes. Always.
Ay, por déjame. Voy a acabarle preguntar, pero es que no me gusta interrumpir.
Hiking is an activity best done alone on a Sunday afternoon. Bug made that for Mother's Day years ago, and Kathy still keeps it with her.
Broma.
He looks like those doctors you see on commercials.
Pues de momento al médico no fue, hemos acertado. De momento. No nos peleamos con el médico.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Yeah, and I have quite the hangover to show for it. Not my finest hour.
I would say not, after your barroom brawl. I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
How do you figure?
The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
Voy a quitarme de todo. Quitarme.
My mom used to say that all the time. Now she only says it a lot.
Sounds like a wise woman. Listen to her advice. Now you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales, but you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small
Qué
mountain
grande
town.
este.
Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Me lo voy a
Sure
hacer
thing.
feo.
What is it?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood Jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Ok. Tiene una opinión firme sobre mi artículo. Está convencida de que fue algo bueno. De que sea el único que lo piense en el pueblo. Casualidad que él se haya criado aquí. Técnicamente, si no te has criado aquí, es como que...
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it.
Ya ves.
Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam. What can I do you for?
So, the wake.
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I
just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
3 boxes of codeine. 5 tubes of anti-inflammatory gel. Sam, I'm busy.
No puedo... ¿Quién le puedo preguntar? Y ahora no me va a responder. Creo que ya poco.
I hope you'll stay for the festivities, Samuel.
Y aquí poco. Voy sin comprar nada.
Declan always had very clear ideas about law and order, but now he seems to be even more vocal about his convictions.
Sorry, Sam, I'm still on duty. I wouldn't want anyone making off with...
Creo que solo me queda...
It's not worth it. No one works on a Sunday. Well, no one except me.
Literal solo puedo a alguien. Cuidado.
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her.
Ya le he dejado todo el rato.
Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah, I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. Any word on my dad? Did you really look into it?
Todavía no he
I haven't
descubierto.
found anything yet. I don't think.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just... when I imagine myself in the future, I just don't... I don't know. I don't see this place. Or these people. I'm somewhere else. Anywhere else. I know it's stupid, just...
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world. Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway.
Gross. Okay, well, that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
I got grown-up stuff I gotta do.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
Pero, ¿por qué luego no puedo preguntar? Háblale.
I'll be fine. Just waiting for my mom's shift to end. Normally I'd be...
¿Ha visto? ¿Qué? Oh. Allí... Ah, dibuja bien la niña. Ya no puedo tomar otro camino. Interrumpir a la gente. De momento no hemos sabido dónde está Dennis. A ver si la chica está no. ¿Ya se acabó?
This'll just be too expensive.
Betting there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
Sam! Glad you came.
Of course. I said I would.
I can still be glad about it. So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
It was really more of a scuffle than a fight. A bit of tit for tat.
Oh, well, if it was just a bit of friendly fisticuffs.
Yeah, I don't know if I could call it friendly. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in. She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops. She might do those things, yes. Or she might be someone who you can trust. Who can help.
¿Se lo ocultamos o se lo decimos? Yo se lo diría. No creo que nos vaya a traicionar. Bueno, la verdad es que no la conozco demasiado. Es la única que podría ayudar. A ver, que lo sepa uno y no lo vaya aireando. Voy a confiar.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Sam. What have you done?
Bueno, nos ha dado una pista. La verdad. Nos ha dado una pista. Ahora, no sé si lo va a ir aireando, pero nos ha dado una pista. ¿A qué preguntar a todo el pueblo? Tienes a la reportera chismo. ¿Dónde me ha dicho que estaba? Ver si Dennis está en el Basswood Jungle. No es que veo tanto de mí mismo en esa criatura. Es inquisitiva, implacable, solitaria. Ojalá pudiese demostrarle que se equivoca con su padre, con Basswood y con lo de que su vida no tiene salida. Ojalá. Sam, soy yo. Tiene 1.000.000 de razones para no confiar en Ana. Y dice igualmente. No sé si fue la decisión adecuada. Todavía tengo que llegar hasta el fondo de lo que fuese que pasó anoche. Pero me resulta extrañadamente reconfortante pensar que a lo mejor tengo que hacerlo solo. Es necesario hacerlo solo, ¿no? Le he contado lo de Dennis, la pelea y la sangre que tenía en la camisa. Lo ha tomado mejor de lo que pensaba. Está preocupada, pero no ha perdido los papeles. A lo mejor las cosas no habrían ido mejor si hubiera aprendido antes a contarlas. Pero mi pregunta es... Los malotes. Pero el Basswood Jungle, ¿dónde está? Lo que no... No, no hay mapa. Aquí está el señor este.
Seems Walter's got a lot on his mind. I know the feeling.
Samuel, my young soul, are you still haunting this pallid town?
There are a few things I have to clear up, some last boxes to check.
Careful now. They say in the details lies the devil.
I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean.
Perhaps not, but something to think about nonetheless.
I'll keep that in mind.
You know, I'm glad I ran into you. If I may bend your ear for a moment. I've been thinking lately about age, life, the turn of the clock. No one gets sharper with age. When do you think it's time to hang up the saddle?
A true cowboy rides until the last day they can ride.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for your ear, but soon I must abscond. Sunday lunch with Mother is sacred. Call on me anytime, young Samuel. Anytime. I've got a lot to think about, my boy. A lot to think about.
Never forget, huh?
El anciano.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. And of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
No sé, ¿qué?
10. 1 to hold the light bulb, 9 to rotate the ladder.
Not bad. The one I have in store is 3. 1 to replace the light bulb, 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Qué grande. Entonces,
You ever find yourself like that? Mourning the past?
Sometimes. But I ain't like folks around here. I made my peace. The mine's not coming back. Don't mean we let our statues turn to rust. So, you still want to hear the story?
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together.
bueno,
You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force, Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now. Oh.
I'm guessing you're fond of that story, huh? A lot of respect for rednecks.
Well, things were tough, but we were a united community back then. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
qué grande.
I've got a lot
Ya
to
no
think
puedo
about, my
hablar.
boy. A lot to think about.
Pensando en jubilar. Ya no jubilo.
Still gotta check the basswood jungle. Hopefully Dennis is working today.
Aquí.
Locked. I should check the back.
My. Look what we got here.
Vale, no se podía
Is that
interactuar.
Sam Higgs? Trying to get back in the newspaper game? I thought you got the message last night. Of course, it was hard to tell. Considering you let Declan do your talking for you.
Look, fellas.
You know, Basswood can be a dangerous place.
Well, so maybe consider just getting before something bad happened to you.
I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Just make it sooner rather than later.
Declan's right down the street.
Watch yourself while you're in Basswood, because we'll be watching you.
Que me podía haber peleado con él perfectamente. Los muchachos de sangre. No tuviera su ya. Claro que planeé celebrar el día del minero rompiéndome la nariz. Y ahora no tengo tiempo.